And we're live. Welcome to the studios of Tailor Made for Third Grade, the YouTube studios, where we're live once again from MTSS. We're here with our story. What's the genre, third grade? Expository. Is that going to be a test question, third grade? They're so good. My uncle Bentley just told me, he reminded me not to chew this piece of gum during my live video, so I'm going to put this right over here and save it for later. Because that's just unprofessional, and I don't want to be unprofessional in a live video. Ladies and gentlemen, Tales of the Trickster. How do storytellers explain the world we live in? Where does the wind come from? Why is there night? Why does a leopard have spots? Nowadays, scientists investigate and answer questions like these. But long ago, people made up stories to explain how the world works. Some of these stories were trickster tales. This is my very serious reading voice for an expository. El Dorado, Kansas, home of James Thomas Taylor. Meet the trickster. A trickster is a character in a story. Tricksters use their wits to get what they want. Sometimes they trick other characters. Sometimes they are the ones being tricked. A trickster doesn't always have the same name or even the same body. He is often an animal with human features, such as a coyote, fox, tortoise, or spider. If you're following along at home, I am on the next page. The trickster animals. Like an actor playing different parts in different movies, the trickster has many roles. For example, the trickster character varies in Native American stories. He can be a cunning coyote in a story from the Crow Nation. He may be a brave raven, or maybe it's called a braven, in a story from the Pacific Northwest. Or the trickster may be a spider dressed in deerskin clothes in a Dakota Territory tale. Got to keep my side eye on my audience over here and make sure they're paying attention. The way things work. Native American trickster tales were spoken, not written. Ooh, do you smell that, third grade? Smells like a test question. Native American trickster tales were spoken, not written. Repeat that after me, third grade. Native American trickster tales were spoken, not written. Now your turn. Were spoken, not written, and certainly not spoken into microphones on YouTube. Microphones that don't even really work. Shh, don't tell. They were passed down from one storyteller to the next. However, each person puts his or her own stamp on the story. Oral stories are different from written stories. Written stories stay the same on a page. They may pass from generation to generation this way. Spoken stories are different because they can change over time. A storyteller doesn't always memorize a tale word for word. The storyteller might remember important parts of the beginning, middle, and end. As a result, no two stories are ever told exactly the same. My page is dinged. Native American storytellers. I'm on page 342. Robert Graygrass is a Native American storyteller who was born in California. He has appeared in many storytelling events, such as the Bay Area Storytelling Festival in El Sobrante, California. He was great, said 10-year-old Patrick Waymond. He told stories about animals and how things got to be the way they are. Like other storytellers, Graygrass uses insightful tales to teach, inspire, and entertain. He tells many stories about the history of Native Americans. Some of his tales also describe mankind's place in the universe. Another Native American storyteller is Rose Red Elk, or Red Feather Woman. Test question. What is another name for Rose Red Elk, everyone? Red Feather Woman. She was born on a reservation in Poplar, Montana. When Rose was a child, her father and grandfather told her stories about her ancestors. Now a successful storyteller herself, she says, stories were used as teaching tools, lessons to learn in life, and history of the people. The majority of Rose's tales are from Sioux and Assiniboine tribes, not like Cinnabon cinnamon rolls. Unlike some other storytellers, Rose sets her words to music. She uses this technique to make her stories even more entertaining. What does Red Feather Woman use when telling her stories? Music. Say it with me, third grade. Thank you. Last page, worldwide tricksters. It isn't only Native Americans who tell trickster tales. Many countries have their own trickster stories. Korea's trickster shows up in the ungrateful tiger, and children in India hear about the fish that were too clever. Ooh, that's probably a test question. In India, what type of animal is the trickster? I'm going to repeat that sentence. Children in India hear about the fish that were too clever. What animal is the trickster in India? Thank you. The trickster has a strong place in American folk traditions. Ricardo Samona, who worked at the American Folk Art Museum in New York City, says trickster stories can pass along jokes, relay instructions honoring the dead, preserve figures of speech, many things. Salmona adds, they have become part of the fabric of our communities. He's probably a very wise guy who uses that very serious voice when he talks. So there you go. We have our story test on Friday, third grade. Thank you, my MTSS group, for watching. When I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at you. They're looking at me. It's like a live audience. It's what I live for. Anyway, thank you for joining me, third grade. Thank you and good day, third grade.